those of you that were waiting for the live, thank you so much for being here. Angie and Lou with Eat Sleep RV Repeat. And we just got a notification while checking out at Walmart saying 15 minutes live, and we're like, oh my god, it's the live today. So we didn't have time to just sit in the truck and do the live because it's a long drive back to the campground and we need to feed and walk the girls.
Yep.
And I need to start work. So we figured, okay, I guess today's live is driving. So Lou's not watching the camera or
trying not to.
or the chat, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I'm just holding the camera towards me. So I probably
if you don't answer any questions, or if you feel ignored well, you are being ignored.
Not on purpose. Please don't think on purpose.
Because driving and looking at the chat is probably not a good thing for us.
No, definitely. Gotta keep the eyes on the road. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is the second time the live has now caught us by surprise. And I don't know why, because like I knew it was Friday. I was so excited that it was Friday. But for some reason it just didn't click, the live being on Friday. So so we went to Walmart to do a grocery pickup, and like usual, a lot of things that I order online, it'll end up saying that it's not available. So we go inside to see if it is or isn't, and it usually is. So I think that people are just being lazy. And on top of that, we ended up having to grab a couple of other things that I didn't order, such as bird feed, because we're going to start feeding wild birds again, and I'm really excited about that.
So am I, guys. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So it was really exciting looking at all the different bird feeds up here. They even have one specifically for like this like northeast coast. So here in Pennsylvania, it's perfect. All right, so let's get into the vlogs, what it is we're talking about today. You guys saw that I made some deviled eggs, and she loves deviled eggs.
I love them, but this one was over the top. It was amazing.
Yeah,
it's the best deviled eggs I've ever had.
I wanted to do sort of like a loaded potato type of idea for the deviled eggs, so I did incorporate bacon and sour cream and cheese. I did the shredded cheese, and I did, I think, some leftover Parmesan cheese that I had. I didn't have a lot of it. But then obviously the traditional things like the egg yolk and the mayonnaise, my God, to die for.
It was incredible.
To die for. And instead of putting chives on the top, we did green onions, which isn't so traditional. Mm-hmm. I do see some chats coming through. You know what? Here, let me just take off my glasses. I'm supposed to be wearing bifocals, and I tried them for a year. Progressives, not bifocals. I tried them for a year, maybe even a little bit over a year, and my eyes just wouldn't adapt. I couldn't get used to that transition. So now I literally have to take off my glasses to look at things up close, and then put on my glasses to look at things afar. So the little bubbles went away. Hopefully I'll see them again soon. So whatever you guys said, thank you. But I'll see them now that I took off my glasses. So yeah, those deviled eggs, we were actually making them for some friends. We had a couple of friends of ours that were making smoked pork butt. Lorraine? Yep. Okay. Lorraine and Tony. I see. So watching on the big screen, Melody and the bubbles went away. Sorry. I know. Melody, yeah. And probably Virgin May are here too. I don't know. For those of you that are here, be sure to hit that thumbs up. So we made it for our friends Lorraine and Tony, who were making us smoked pork butt. They have like this green egg smoker who says hi Lou and Angie. Renee, hi guys, on my phone. Hi Renee. And then up there Melody, and then I see Virgil, but it's very light. It went away. I don't see it anymore. Those green eggs, I've never cooked in any of those before, and they had one, and they had once told us, hey, feel free to go use it, but I felt intimidated. Like, I love cooking, but I've never used that, and I don't want to break it. So we figured, okay, if they're treating us, we don't want to show up empty-handed. And they turned out to be quite the hit. A lot of people were a little confused with some of the flavorings, and I think by me adding the sour cream in it is kind of what. Oh, cream cheese! I also added cream cheese. So I don't know if it was the cream cheese or the sour cream. I feel like it was the sour cream that kind of threw them off. But I was like, yeah, it's like a loaded potato but deviled eggs. And
I was happy because that left more for me. So I was okay with that. Like, knock yourself, I'll go eat something else.
Yeah, she loves deviled eggs. So as you saw, we ended up leaving Lynchburg.
Pennsylvania, Dutch country.
Yeah, we left Lynchburg, Virginia, and we ended up crashing at a Cracker Barrel. I didn't do a day in the life at that Cracker Barrel just because I had already done 2 at Cracker Barrels, and I figured it might be a little redundant. Not sure if you guys like those type of videos or not, so just in case I was like, let me not do another one, so back to back. But it wasn't a bad stay. This one was actually pretty cool. And also what was neat is that this Cracker Barrel was like right behind a Walmart. So you had like RVers staying on the backside of Walmart, which is closest to the Cracker Barrel. Then you had the RVers staying on the backside of Cracker Barrel. So it was like a party of RVs out there. This time around, we didn't pull into like the RV designated spots. We did around, yeah, the outskirts of it. And I kind of like that better because I also don't feel like there's somebody like on top of you next to you. So I felt safer that way. I liked it. And so we left there and we made it to Pennsylvania, staying at the PA Dutch Country. Have you guys ever been to this campground before? First impressions, pulling in, it looked very woodsy. I liked like the whole campy vibe style. And then also right after, as soon as you pass the guard gate, that's basically the main section of the campground where all the amenities are. And I've got to say, that is the coolest looking mini golf course. You guys will see it in the next video. The next video should be the tour. The coolest looking mini golf course. I love cracker docking. We go on the edge of the grass. That's what we do. Yeah, cracker docking.
Yeah, that's what we do, the edge of the grass. I like it better like that. It's more private.
Yeah, it's more private. Not having another rig right there against your window. You can just open your windows and talk to each other like a parking lot.
It is a parking lot.
It is a parking lot, but still, like they're so close to each other. Melody, we have never done it yet. Melody, you have to. If you've done a Walmart, and I feel like maybe you guys have, you have to do a Cracker Barrel. I prefer Cracker Barrels over Walmart. We both do any day.
Yeah.
Not that we're talking about Walmart. We would stay at a Walmart
At a drop
anytime. Yeah.
No big deal.
It's not a big deal, but we would prefer a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I always choose Cracker Barrel when doing the trip planning. I use Cracker Barrel first.
She said no Walmart either.
And if there's no Cracker Barrel, because I want to get off the highway, get in there and get out. I don't want to have to travel to get to an overnight stop.
Yeah.
And so if there isn't one, then I'll do a Walmart. It's terribly convenient.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to make coffee in the morning, you can go to Cracker Barrel. You want to have breakfast, you can go to Cracker Barrel. You're hungry when you got there, you walk out your rig, walk into the door, and you eat. Yeah. I mean, it's just so incredibly convenient.
Yeah. Renee's asking Melody, like, why?
Yeah.
Why haven't you been to a Walmart either?
Yeah.
It is. These overnights just make travel days that much more easier. We learned the hard way with the West trip, driving for so many hours, 4 or 5 hours. I think no, I don't think we pushed it to 6. It's pushing the limit, especially if it's like a work day, especially if you have to cook, like do regular things. So might as well give your vehicle some TLC, give your body some TLC, and keep them short. We're trying our hardest, and we're still working on it to keep it at 2 or 3 hours driving.
Yeah. I'm not even looking at the mileage anymore. Yeah. And you know when Google tells you it's this mileage and it's going to be 3 hours, you need to add an hour to that.
Yeah.
Because it's never Google time it. So, you know, with the 2 chi-chis, and then it's just.
And he's like, I agree.
I don't want to feel that stressed. So I would just rather take a break, relax, know that I'm in for the night, and then get up the next morning fresh and arrive at the campgrounds fresh. Because not only are you driving, 4 or 5 hours, and you get there and you have to set up.
Yeah.
You know?
And then May says that it's convenient because if you have to go in and grab something,
It's totally convenient.
And she retracted it. I'm sure she's gonna probably do something similar. Maybe it was a typo. But it is super convenient because sometimes it's a great place to just go ahead and stop and get the things that you need for the next one. Or even if you're running low, you can go in there and grab something to cook or quick meal.
Not only that, but a lot of the Walmarts have like a Subway or a Cinnabon or some sort of fast food that if you really don't want to cook or even use your oven, the oven's propane, and put in like one of those frozen meals, you can just grab something to eat right there. They have delis with warm food also.
For just as 2 to 3 hours is good for him too.
Yeah.
It's a good sweet spot. It's long enough to get you far enough, and then if you don't really want to stay at a campground and spend money for a night, because neither one of us think that spending money for one night is worth it. Like, okay, fine. If we're gonna do a Passport America for a discounted trip, might as well do 2 or 3 nights so that you can actually rest. But Cracker Barrel comes in perfectly to get you further out on your destination and not exhaust yourself.
Not only we were traveling from west to east in this last trip, we even had the section between Arizona and Texas. There's no 1,000 trails in that area. And most of the east side of Arizona, basically, and all of New Mexico, and the first west side of Texas, you've got nothing. You got no 1,000 trails, no TCs. So we really, to get from one side to the other, we had an overnight at a Cracker Barrel, a Passport America for a couple of nights, and then another overnight at a Cracker Barrel, and then we arrived in the destination that we wanted to. That was fun. That was fun. That intermittent Passport America 3 days. We didn't even hook.
No. It's not like we want an adventure or anything. It's just there for a year or two. Might as well just hook and really use it.
We dumped our tanks. We had power, AC. We slept in. It was golden.
They're all raving there about Cinnabon. So I think somebody made a stop to go into Walmart to get Cinnabon. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's Cinnabon.
It's a good treat after you've been on the road for a while.
It's a great treat for any time. And I'm sure Virgil and they would agree with me.
Okay. I'm outnumbered on this one.
Yes, you are. So yeah, this campground was pretty unique and different. It was also very hilly. So you have a lower section since nobody says that they've been there, I didn't see any. The lower section, and then you go up a hill, and then you have like a couple of different, I think 2 loops up there, and then you go another loop, and then there's more up there. I saw your paella video. Where is my Walmart? How far is your Walmart? Is it really far? May is all about more like the traditional paella than your marico paella.
Hey.
Just say. So she just saw that video.
It's all good. It's all good.
And then Love's stopping at Love's. Love's for Arby's. Yeah, Lou is an Arby's person. I don't think you can stay overnight though at Love's. Can you?
You can.
Now you can. Now they have the Arby's designated spots.
No, but you can. You can stay in the truck area also.
About 45 minutes away. That's a long drive for Walmart. Yeah. What was I saying? Okay, so, and some of, because campground is different hill layers, a lot of them are sloped. So make sure you have plenty, in case you get one of the ones that are sloped, plenty of leveling things so that you're not sleeping at an angle. So we had a slope on each side of the RV. So I don't know if you noticed when I was Lou backing in that I yelled stop. It was because I didn't want her to get too close to the back and then for our stairs to go down that slope. It's a little wonky, right? Neither one of us slept 100% comfortable there. We was worried that if it'd be too heavy, maybe it would push those. I know that's doubtful, but it's uneasy.
Yeah, it just felt weird to be up on this little tiny hill and sloped all the way down. And what if it rains a lot and it's soft?
Yeah.
We start moving. Yeah, that's the Florida in us.
Yeah. And it did rain a lot during this day.
Yeah, it's been raining a lot. It's been cold.
The cold has really started to kick in, which is weird because
we're getting closer and closer to summer.
Yeah, it's just like because the sites are so spacious, it makes it feel like it's a huge campground. It's not. What is that this camp is too far away from Hershey World, and there's actually really excited about that being it's close by, and you look forward to the covered bridge.
Covered bridge is today.
Just you day to drive around Pennsylvania. So that didn't like there. It's because the other day I was wondering how many blocks because the traveling all the time, and I players, so like a single video vlog. I'm sure I've done this and did in this one, but I think one day I'm gonna do that thing again. Alright, I guess we should cut it off here since it has already kicked off twice. I am so sorry about that. We're arriving to the campground soon, hopefully too anyways. But thank you for sticking around. For those that didn't catch it from the beginning, feel free to go back and watch the replay. And for those that are watching the replay that missed the live, thank you for coming and watching. We would love to hear your comments down below on all the things we've asked. How you like your deviled eggs? If you've been down before, and then obviously your recommendations on what to do in this area. And I guess that's it. Be sure to give us a big thumbs up if you're not subscribed.
Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you could get notified every time we upload a video. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Friday.
So quick questions. Virgil's asking if anybody has seen the lights, the Marfa lights in Texas. And
my sister.
I know we haven't. Her sister has. Melody says she misses us. We miss you guys too. I can't wait for our paths to cross again. It's been too long. And then there was another one, but I didn't see it. The bubbles go way too fast. And I don't know how to find the chat while on video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.